right, just getting set up here. How are y'all doing? I am in Circle of Life. This is a current Amazon book at the time of this filming. We're going to be working on this page. Now, I want to show you if I can get it to glisten just right for you. I went over all of this. There you can see it right here. I went over all of this with a silver gel pen. Yes, it took some time, and no, I didn't exactly get it right on all the spots. I just wanted to try it. I had seen someone go over something, and I thought, ooh, I want to try that. I'm going to go ahead and blow up. Here's this one. If you're going to go back and do this one and you want to stop it, you can pause or go back and watch again. I'm going to work on this one today. And all right, I am using, these are new pencils to me. Now, brand new, look how much I had to sharpen. It did break up in shipping, but they were free. I got the 100 and I think it was 80 count. And is that Brutfuner? However you say that. These were from Temu, and I know there's still a lot of controversy about that, but I'm getting a few more things before I get out. So I did get these pencils. So if you have these, if they're the same ones. Now I also have a smaller count of these, and the numbers do not match up, and the others don't have the lines on them like these do. So I don't know. But I used number 62, and then I used 149, 63, and dark gray 79. So I used 3 purples, and then I used a dark gray, and the dark gray went way up in these areas. All right, so let's look at how that was done. We're going to look at these shades. I am using light to dark, 49, 91, 101, and 45. The thing you want to know is 3 to 4 shades, okay? I did trace over all of it. I like the look of it. It's not as strong as just a black page. Now, when I come in and start coloring, I'm taking my lightest shade and going down through the middle and a little bit on the sides. It's very easy. It really is. Your main thing is with your blending, and you just want to take your time. Don't be in a rush. Enjoy the journey. I have been sitting and coloring in one of my other books that had just been shipped to me from Coloria. And our granddaughter, who is 3, she just turned 3 the day after Christmas. She comes over and she's like, "Grandma, color with me." I said, "Okay." So I get down on the floor for a little bit, but then my back starts aching and I have to get up. But I was down there for a while. I used my pencils. She used her crayons. Then she came over a few days later and she goes, "Grandma, are you going to color?" And I said, "I can. Would you like to color too?" She goes, "No, I want to watch you. I can help." And I was like, okay, I wonder what she means by help. So she holds the pencil sharpener. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. Then she's holding the eraser, which I don't use very often, and she's wanting to know how the pencil sharpener works. So I explain it to her, and I may have already told you all this in another video. I don't know. I'm going to the next shade over. So anyway, then she she realizes that there's dangerous parts, that she can get hurt on inside the pencil sharpener. So she knows we don't touch the blade. Then she looks over and she sees the color wheel. Grandma, what's this? I said, that's called a color wheel. That helps us pick our colors sometimes. Well, Grandma, how does it work? Have you ever tried to explain to a 3-year-old how the color wheel works? Oh my goodness. So anyway, and I have 3 of these color wheels, so I just happen to have one back here. So this is the color wheel. So I hand it to her and I show her that this ring in the middle moves. And I tell her that the colors that are across from each other are opposites, and if you color with those 2 colors together, they'll look good. Hence this picture doing the purple and yellow, purple and yellow. So I hand her the color wheel, and she's playing with it, and I said, Evie, what color goes good with, sorry, I got lost on where I was here. I said, what color is across from blue? What's the opposite color? Oh, Grandma. I said, look at the color wheel. Grandma told you how to use it. Can you use it or do you need Grandma's help? Evie can do it. I said, okay, that's fine. You go ahead. Well, she spins that little dial around there, looks up at me and says, orange. Yes, you were exactly right. Orange is opposite of blue. So then we start just playing with it. Edie, what's the opposite of red? And she looks at it, and she spins the little dial around, and after a bit, she's just looking at it, not spinning. And I'm like, oh my goodness, she understands what opposites are on the color wheel. So then I try to teach her that they're complementary colors. She is really good with big words. She understands stuff. She can't necessarily say them, but she understands them. So we talk about complementary a little bit, and she comes over today, and her mama comes over. It was so funny. We get a text, and Evie woke up thinking about Grandma this morning and wanted to know if she could come over. And I said, sure, y'all come on over. So her and Laura brings them over, and Laura stays because they're not going to stay for just a long time. And Evie is looking at the color wheel, and Laura's just kind of watching. I said, Evie, what's opposite on purple on the color wheel? And she looks at it, and she looks up, and she goes, oh, yellow is, Grandma. I said, that's right. And Laura looks at me like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, she just started questioning about colors the other day, so I'm just trying to teach her a little bit. So, and I am on still, I changed to the 3rd color. So, yeah, maybe I should have been a storyteller, huh? So, we're doing that and working with it, and I'm trying to explain complementary again, and she kind of gets it, but not totally. She just knows they're across from each other. And she was spinning it around today to use it. So that was cute. But her mommy was really impressed. And I was like, oh yeah. I said, she's really doing good on this. She helped me pick out an outfit on one of the little pages because of what colors were across from each other, because we knew they would go well together. And Laura's like, wow. And so then Evie is holding pencils for me again, and we're playing. And now this part here, this is the darkest shade. I'm going in the areas, see, this would be all the way across here. The back of this thing is through here. So anything that's not got something drawn on it is getting this darkest shade. And sometimes you just have to kind of guess what's in there. But anyway, so anyway, Evie sits down with her book, and I tell her, you can use some pencils. Oh, I can? Yes. And she goes, I'd be very careful, Grandma. I won't break them. I said, okay. And see, on this one, I'm getting just down in the deepest areas, all the way down in there. So she did. She took really good care. She pulled them out of the little elastic bands. She put them back when she was finished. We should have videoed it. It was so cute. And then she wanted to know again, this is her second or third time to ask me if when she's older she can have some. And I told her, I said, you take care of Grandma's. I said, you might get some sooner. She goes, like when I turn 4? Instead of older? And I said, well, possibly. She goes, okay, Grandma. Because when she uses her crayons, she likes to sit down and just peel all the wrappers off. And I'm like, no, let's not do that. So, but that's just me, and I shouldn't be that way because, you know, they're colors I have here for her. Should just let her play. But anyway, so we had fun. And I asked her, I said, so when Grandma gets you colors, do you need a zipper case like this? And she goes, oh, yes, Grandma. I said, okay, well, we'll have to see what we can do. But anyway, that was just a cute little story. Now I'm going back to my lightest shade, and I'm going to come through and blend. For y'all that have been with me for a while, you know that I'm not big on colorless blenders or rubbing alcohol or Gamasol. Let's see what else is used. Sometimes hand sanitizer. I'm just not big on putting any of those chemicals in my books. So I just use the lightest shade. Now, somebody has asked, what's the difference in the oil-based pencils and wax-based? There's a little bit more softness or slickness to a oil, and it's easier to blend typically. Then let's see what else. I'm going to go ahead and start doing on here anything that's in the front. Lightest shade. Also, can you mix your oils and your wax? That I'm not sure. I have never done that. I am just starting to get to where I mix all my wax pencils together. I've taken a lot of the off-brands and just put them all in a container together. And so whether you can mix the others, I'm not real sure. That's something I will need to try out. Fern is very knowledgeable on some of this. Fern, maybe you can chime in. So check the comments below, see if anybody chimes in. Is there any rules or any tips and hints on how to mix wax with the oil-based pencils? Is there anything we need to be aware of? Because that's something I really have not played with. I do have the polychromos, which is top of the line oil. I got them on a really good sale price at a place in Austin when we were traveling through. And yeah, they almost paid me to take them. It was just that good of a deal at the time. And then it was during their new members coupon, and something else was going on. So I know I did end up getting them for a really good deal. I don't use them just a whole lot. One of the reasons is I have one of the coloring Bibles, and I colored in it, and then I went back and looked later, and the oils had actually seeped through the page, right through the page. So I'm not sure. Again, somebody else that's watching this might have some insight on that. Put it in the comments. Y'all go through and read the comments and see if there's answers. I don't know if that's typical, if it eventually seeps through in our books, or if it's just because the paper was so stinking thin in the Bible that I had bought. So it was one of the coloring Bibles. So anyway, again, I am unclear on that. I don't have an answer for you. That's something I would have to just try and see. But yeah, the polychromos, as far as I know, are top of the line for the oil pencils. There's lots of different wax pencils. A lot of people love their Prismas. I'm not as big of a fan as Prismacolors because I get that buildup, and when the pencils start getting warm, they just kind of melt. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm heavy-handed, but I'm just not as big of a fan. These right here from Temu, the Brutfuner, like I said, this set was free, so I'm not overly upset that I had to sharpen a couple of them way down, because there are so many colors in that package. Yeah, so I'm really not that upset about it. I will have those for a long time. Now, some of this may be like seaweed right through here, but on the other one, the purple one, I did go ahead and color it, so I'm doing it on this one too. I don't know how we're doing time-wise because I am sitting down. But anyway, all right, what else? Oh, this over here. So I just went through and did the lightest shade on everything. Just on everything that looks like it could be any kind of a tentacle or wavy bit coming through. Now, you've seen I'm not going all the way up, and if it goes underneath, I've left a little bit of space, just very little, but enough that I can tuck another color in there. So then I come with my second color. I guess I ought to see how we're doing time-wise. Stand up, 17. Okay, we're doing good. Then this is the color that's going to come next. So I look at everywhere that it tucks under, and that's what's getting done this time. All right, so I'm trying to think what other questions have been put out there that I really, there's so many things I don't know about pencils. I will tell you I've been in touch with 2 artists, and I am expecting at least 2 new books, maybe more, to do reviews for y'all. I believe, let's see, Horses is going to be coming up. Maybe not immediately, but soon. Steampunk, which I think could be fun. There's going to be Flowers. Yeah, I'm not sure what else. I do know that I've been in touch, though, with a couple of artists. And I think there's already 1 book, at least, on its way to me. And then I am expecting 2 or 3 more. If not right away, then over the next few weeks. A lot of times these artists have to wait and find out what's going on with their print, their company that they're using, seeing if everything's running on time or not, and just go from there. So, and these are not big companies that I'm waiting to hear from. So if you're wanting to get a different book and you're interested in something, that I just mentioned, then hang on, because there are some coming, and some of these little companies, some of these artists just starting out could really use your help in getting their name out there. So anyway, and then that one's flipped, so it's darker again right there. And see, I missed some of these. I'll go back and get those later. Yeah. It's very easy when there's so many to miss little areas. Trying to think if there's any pages that I've done lately that I can show y'all that stick around to the end. I don't think I have anything right now that I've really finished that I've got back here in the studio with me. I'm going to go ahead and do that color just because it's what I've got. Well, it is, let's see, you're going to be seeing this on Saturday. So happy birthday to me on Monday. It is currently Wednesday, and I go to my sister's tomorrow. Then I go, let's see, then we'll have Evie on Friday, and then birthday parties on Saturday. My son's birthday is the same day as mine, so we'll do that. No, on Saturday we'll do the birthdays, and I'm going to have just a spread of meats and cheeses and all that. I know there's a name for it, but I can never say it, so it's like a char something or other board. But anyway, I'm just going to have a bunch of it laying out all over the place, and that's what we're going to feed everybody. And it'll just be family, so there'll be a few of us, but not like Christmas when it's everybody. So anyway, and then Monday will be at, oh, that's right, birthday's not Monday, it's Tuesday, because Monday will be at the in-law. No, Tuesday we go to the in-laws. So yeah, birthday's Monday, the 24th. Like I always say, nothing a little sleep wouldn't cure. So anyway, just meeting ourselves coming and going, but it's all good. I've not had any more flat tires, so that's good. I've been able to sell some more stuff out of the guest room, which I've set up as my garage sale central for Marketplace. Tell you, if you've got extra stuff laying around and you want to get rid of it, throw it on Marketplace. Even if you put it on there fairly cheap, money in your pocket's money in your pocket. It's some more pencils or a book. For some of us, it's paying the lawnmower guy. Yeah, our backs and everything are just, we don't do our own lawn. When I can hire someone to mow front and back, edge and weed eat for $30, yeah, I let him do it. We help out he and his wife and their little family business with the two boys. They've been doing our yard for a few years now, and it helps them and it helps us. When we need something big done, we call him and he gives us a quote. If he can't do it, he finds someone that can. So, and it helps all of us. We all need a little help from time to time. Trying to think if there's anything new with the in-laws besides the clogged up toilet. Oh, that was bad. It took a plumber. But anyway, you do not want to hear about that. What else can we talk about? My closet in here in the studio has stayed clean. Now I'm going to my darkest shade. And we're going to get this done all over. And see, I'm just going all the way in those deepest. See how that just turns that? And it just pushes it back under there. And I do have a little few places I'm going to have to erase. And see, it pushes that back and makes this other one look like it's spiraled on top. But again, I'm keeping this very, very small, not getting big, more or less just kind of doing a line. I really should stop and sharpen my pencil, but you know me. I'm not going to stop in the midst of the video right now when I know we're running out of time. All right, and then for my leaves, I did only use 3 colors. I'm going to tell you those colors just in case you are using these pencils. And FYI, if you do have these pencils, look and see if those colors are what I said they were, or if my colors are wrong too. Because I know I compared this package, like I said, with the other one, the 40-something, I think. And they were not, they don't even look the same. In fact, and it's probably because they were from Temu. These are blending really nice. And the other package I got, they did not. They did not blend easy at all. So, and they're supposedly the same kind. They're supposedly the same brand and everything. They're just different count of what's in the package. So why one is blending nice and the other one is not is beyond me. And like I said, anytime you use a company like that, you have to kind of know that sometimes there's going to be knockoffs. And I kind of wonder if the smaller set was knockoff. But again, this larger set was totally free. I played the fish game on there and was able to get 2 new people to sign up under me. And in doing that, I got the pencils for free because I had enough points. All right, so the leaves, I'm actually using 81, 148, and 76. And let me show you how those look, because we are out of time. Okay, so I will be back in a few days. Do you want to work on this piece? You want to work on something else? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and keep working on these leaves and get them all done. And that'll just kind of leave the flowers in the background and the little fishies. Okay, so there's not just a whole lot left on this page, but let me know what you'd like. Other than that, I don't know anything. If you're on Coloring Books, Keep It Clean over on Facebook. I'm really glad that you've stopped by here and that you've come. I know I've got several that come weekly, and I just really appreciate y'all. And even if you're not over there, I still really appreciate y'all. Okay, I'll talk to you later. You have a good week. Bye-bye.